So the Vajrayana practice based mind. So there has to be mind, has to be the best one, having realization bodhicitta. You see, then if not, then at least some feeling, some wish to achieve enlightenment for sentient being, generating, generating some wish to achieve enlightenment for sentient being, by reasoning that how sentient beings are suffering, see, by generating compassion. So through how sentient beings they are most precious, most kind, see, and how much they're suffering. So generate loving kindness and compassion. You see. So by reasoning, that you feel thought reaching like person rises. You see, when you say by reasoning, see, those things. So effort, that's called effortful bodhicitta. Effortful, uncreative, effortful bodhicitta. That one is actual realization. Bodhicitta. That without needing the reason, need to build up the reason, see, how sentiment suffering, how the kind, all that. And is that you have responsibility to liberate and promote suffering, to bring enlightenment. So, without thinking all the reason, 24 hours, you spontaneously you feel, you see the wish to achieve enlightenment for sentient being. Like the mother who has a beloved child, and her beloved child fell in fire, fell in the in the river and been drowned, see, or fell in the fire, and so the mother, then 24 hours, you see, she would spontaneously rises so strong, like this thought, to liberate the child from being burned by fire or being drawn, see, drawn in water, being drawn in the water. So you see, whatever the mother does, eating food or walking, talking, so constantly the thought is that, and that even that to by oneself. See, so that to free the sentient beings from the oceans of sometimes suffering and bring them to enlightenment. You see, 24 hours this thought spontaneous rising, and then without any reason of their kindness, their suffering, without thinking those reasons. And then taught to oneself to reach enlightenment, spontaneous rising, without an effort. So that's German is an uncreative bodhicitta. The other one, what I mentioned before, at least we should have, even we don't have actual realization, but at least we should have feeling, a thought, to achieve, wish to achieve enlightenment for sentient being. So you see, rising this, when you think of all those reasons, how something is so kind, so precious, all those, and then how much they're suffering. See, that enter the control, karma, delusion, all that. Then, that I have to respond completely. It's my turn. I have to respond completely to free them from the suffering causes and to bring them by myself. See. So I'm going to do it by myself. See, feeling this. Taking myself total responsibility on yourself. Therefore, that to achieve enlightenment. So this thought, you see, feeling from the heart, but through reasons, through reasoning. So that's the Jama. It's called Jama. Changjusing Jama. So the thought rising, wishing to achieve enlightenment. by reasoning. So the creative bodhicitta, or effortful bodhicitta. So anyway, so at least German Chanju in the teachings of Lamrim that says to practice Vajrayana, at least one should have that Chanju and German Tsunche means at least by reasoning then you feel to achieve I must achieve enlightenment for something, so that so anyway, so this becomes just side talk. I just went all over. I just went yeah. So I'm going back to Tibet. So what I'm going to tell is before. Sorry. So Lama Atisha said. So Lama Atisha, the translator, Dromtönpa, in bottom Chinese. So served Lama Atisha. Because I mentioned, that by purifying the mind, then you see, able to remember so much, able to discover so many things. You see, it's like one example I gave of the method. You see, doing a service to Guru. You see, that's whatever. Here, just one example. There are many stories, but so Dromtönpa. So Lama Atisha, when Lama Atisha was in Tibet, so Lama Atisha, you see, through the aspect of sickness. So like didn't have control, you see, the poo, didn't have control of poo. So the new English I learned just recently. Poo didn't have control of Lama Atisha through the aspect of sickness, then didn't have control of poo and urine, you see. So Dromtönpa, not only he translate for Lama Atisha, but he offer service day and night. You see, look after Lama Atisha, cleaned the kaka, poo, with his hand. You see, so they offer service day and night. Offer his life. Sacrifice, dedicated. Offer service to Guru, who is the most powerful object of merit. So, highest object is the most powerful object of collecting merit and purification. With whom the one can purify the most. The one is, So while he was doing the service, then suddenly, cleaning the poo and all these things. So suddenly, Lama Atisha, Dromtönpa, he can see. He suddenly got this. Clairvoyance, foreseeing knowledge, that his mind was so clear, can see, can read even the insects, not only people, but up to 18 days from where they are. When the eagle flies, which takes 18 days for eagle, by flying. So 18 days. So that means very far, which takes 18 days for eagle to fly. So after that much, not only people but insects and not ant. Those tiny insects. He can read. He achieved this. For knowledge, for seeing knowledge. Can see every insect's mind. You see, up to the much distance, the eagle by flying, see, it takes 18, not walking, not by flying takes 18 days. 18 days, okay. 1/8. So 18 days. So suddenly, you see, while he's serving, cleaning, Guru Lama dishes kaka, pupu, so anyway, so like that, you see, and then so then so like that. It's very extremely, so it's more powerful. The good devotion practice, the Dromtönpa, say, not translating, but doing services, cleaning all this, taking care, looking after them, etc. So, say, it purifies so much, you see, defilements, the pollution, the obscuration. So mind becomes so clear. So that means we have to understand. That means we have to understand. Potential is there. Potential is there, you see. But there's temporary obscuration, you know. Depending on what we do, depending on what we do with our body, spirit, mind, how we think, mistaken way of thinking, you see, and the wrong action, mistaken way of thinking, you know, then pollute, obscure our mind. So, but here, like Lama Dromtönpa, the Lama Atisha said that. So it's very strong, it's a devotion, strong devotion. So then this service, you see, become most powerful purification. So the realization, because all the potential there. So the realization, you see, the clarity of mind, you see, the realization, or the realization, you see. So all those qualities of mind, you see, happens. That's when the obstacle, when the way is there. Okay. So like that. So question about enlightenment is, the question is, you see, the mirror which is covered by dust. It's a question of wiping out the dust, so the thing can reflect everything. You see, the small mirror can reflect all the billions of things like in the supermarket. All this, but they put the mirror there. They can see everything. All that who's taking, who's stealing, who's doing what. Anyway, so like that. So our mind is like that. There's everything, the potential, see, but just needs purification. See, so the people have, clear mind, clear a lot of memories. Can see future, past, all things with that, less pollution of this development. So by exercising path, higher and higher path, able to see more past, able to see more future, and also the other's mind over the greater distance can see more. So that and also say one day the Lama Atisha has one disciple, Gombawa, Katamba Geshe Gombawa. So Katamba Geshe Gombawa, he spent time say, meditation. See. So one day Katamba Geshe Gombawa thought, I have a lot of time to meditate. You see. So Dromtönpa so busy translating for Lama Atisha. So he wouldn't have a realization, see. And the cook, Lama Atisha cook, I thought it was nun, but actually I think I made a mistake, it wasn't nun. So I made Changju. So for the name I thought it's nun, but I was wrong. So Rinpoche clarifies as a monk. So Rinpoche was called Raja. I'm a Changju. Rinpoche also called Raja. Say Changju. I'm a Changju. The Lama Atisha cook. So anyway, so so I think the Gombawa thought, I'm a Changju. You see, the Lama Atisha cook is only busy cooking. You know, they translate Dromtönpa, always busy translating. Time to meditate. I have so much time to meditate. I must have higher realization than them. So then the Dromtönpa, when he was thinking this, Dromtönpa realized, Dromtönpa saw what he was thinking, the Kadampa Gombawa. Then one day he called Gombawa and the Dromtönpa and the cook. Then Lama Atisha let him to sit, all three in front of him. Then he checked who has high realization. And then he found out, Lama Atisha found out, no way to compare, no way to compare to Dromtönpa's realization. Dromtönpa's much far more higher, see. It's much higher, compared to Gombawa, who always time meditate, you see. Then compared to the cook, who is also busy cooking. So even the cook's realization much higher. then the one who, Gombawa also said, he thought he has plenty of time to meditate, so I must have a higher realization than him, you see. So when Lama Atisha checked, even the cook's realization higher than Gombawa's. So anyway, so also Pavonka, the author of the Liberation Palm in Your Hand. There's one attendant who was a Baksa. So when he was in Tibet, when this attendant was in Tibet, with the Pabonga Tesiningbo, who is the author of the great Lambring commentaries of the Liberation Palm in Your Hand. So Pabonga Tesiningbo told this attendant, that this attendant didn't know how to read and write. Besides doesn't know how to write, can't read Tibetan text. Can't read text. He didn't learn alphabet. So, but Pabonga Tesiningbo told him, because you're doing service to me, in the near future, you'll be able to read text by yourself without noble teaching. The author of the liberation told him in Tibet. Then when he came to Baksa, when he escaped from Lhasa, Baksa, where I lived 8 years, which was concentration camp, where Mahatma Gandhi was present, Prime Minister Nehru was present, British times there. So this Lama Lundu told me. So Lama Lundu, this attendant, Pavonga attendant, and Lama and the few lamas, the reincarnation of the author of the text, Liberation Palm in Your Hand. You see, the great enlightenment, reincarnation passed away in India right after Geshe, did Geshe examination, they passed away. So they were living one place way up there on the sloping hills, way up there. So the Baksa is the concentration camp here. The monastery, after monks came to the monastery, but no change outside. Same. all the barbed wires and buildings them. The monks doing puja, the practice, debate thing. So anyway, you go down, then go up. You go up, then you go down, then go up. Then there's the Sikh, Indian Sikh man. Not Sikh, but the Sikh. Punjabi Sikh. Not Sikh person, but a Punjabi. Who was the general of the Second World War or something. So he was the head of looking after us, the 1,000 monks. So his house there. So when we go up, then there's a few houses there. In British time, maybe the staffs, maybe they live there. Better conditioned house. So there is the most outstanding, the most learned, one of the most learned Geshe from Tibet, who was abbot from Tibet. And he was abbot for a long time in Baksa. So this, I think, Geshe Toha's teacher, Geshe Uyen Sitin, Geshe Mantade, Geshe Edlet, Geshe ex-abbot. So, sorry, I'm mistake. So the Geshe, they're very famous. Geshe is he lives there. Then this side, the house, Geshe Rinpoche, my first teacher who became the tutor, the first beginner of the Buddhist philosophy. Then at the house, Geshe Toha's teacher, Geshe Ujisen, and then the athlete, then Geshe Toha, Geshe Suntaje, they live there. Then you go up, then there's this house where they created in Latin the Pavanga out of the liberty palm in your hand, his incarnation. I passed away in India. That and then Geshe Stukin, Lama, then Lama Hundur, the attendant was there. So the attendant was a past life Pavanga, but also attendant of this the one who passed to India. So what happened was that during that time, because he offered service, see for a long time. So as Pavanga, the past life also of the liberty predicted that he, without noble teaching, you'll be able to reach prayer. You'll be able to read the letters, text. So exactly happened. So Baksa, so he's able to run one day, he's able to read the Lama Chapa, Guru Puja, you see, with noble teaching. So the Lama Guru, they live together. Yeah, so so I know also the attendant. Jamyang, his name is Jamyang something. I served for many years. So, you see, you can purify the mind. You see here the most powerful object, you see, Guru Dante. Or can purify mind. You see, without the other so once the defilement it was obscure to discover the things, you see. Well, then you can see, because the mind has all the potentials. That's what it shows that. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I lost my talk. Yeah. So anyway, so going back, I think I was trying to give some idea of these verses, extremely powerful verses. This, Kama Rabu Mamata Dimasu Vichu, the middle teaching Katata. So it's a very, very powerful meditation. Even you just do this meditation every day, especially especially when you have so much problem in the life, relationship problem or whatever problem, so much emotional problem. See that tortures you so much, that unable to do. That tortures you so much that makes mind kind of sick. Even body, mind makes mind so sick, and the body affects the body. Can't do anything. So depressed. Can't do anything. Or can't communicate well to the people when you talk. Or because you have a problem, can't communicate well, can't express well. See, can't enjoy the life, and can't do properly the work job, teaching or something. So, anyway, turmoil. This turmoil, you see, like a war. Inside your mind, in your life, there's war. Not outside, you see, or tsunami, you see, in your mind. That attachment tsunami. Tsunami or attachment. Took over, can't get up. Very strong tsunami attachment came. Took over. You see, so you're completely covered by the big water, the tsunami, the attachment, you see, the big, the ocean water, you see. So, or anger, or jealous mind. You see, or pride like that. So anyway, just to give some idea. Yeah, so I gave that just some example there. How to analyze and what is emptiness. What is the very ultimate nature of the noodle, you see. So it's the same thing that I give a later example noodle, but it's the same thing with the I, self, you see. So like this. Yeah, and so just brief to get some idea of the meditation. So so what I was talking before, you see, is believe 100%. There's an I inside this body, okay, inside the chest. No doubt, no doubt. But if you look for where is it exactly in the chest, on the aggregates, association of the body and mind, or collections of the 5 aggregates, form, feeling, cognition, compound aggregates, and then aggregate consciousness. So, collections of 5. So, on these collections of 5 aggregates, or the collections of the body and mind, can't find anywhere, and in the inside of this body, if you look for, can't find anywhere. in this bumping heart, can find there. Inside that heart or anywhere. You look inside the chest. The inside is part of the body. You look. Where is it? Can't find. At all. So if you can't find this eye that we have been believing every day. So if you cannot find in the body where we believe there is, but how can you find outside? It's impossible. No way you can find. You see, as I often say, from from the tip of the hairs down to the toes, nowhere. You see, nowhere outside, inside, nowhere you can find this eye. This eye. So you look for money in your purse. You look for money in your purse and you don't find. Let me see, there's no money there. So same. You see. So you believe, oh, my friend is in this. My friend is in the house. You see, you look in the house, everywhere. Couldn't find. You see, that means you see that means it doesn't exist there. So same. You look for the eye, don't find there. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. You see, it doesn't exist. So can't find it. If you cannot find it inside, where you believe that there is all the time, day and night, day and night, all the time, 100% believing is there inside the body. When you don't find there, how you can find outside? You see. So it exists nowhere. It exists nowhere. So that is extremely important meditation, extremely important discovery. In reality, Buddhism, or in reality, the most important discovery, or to if you want to be free from suffering, if one has wished to be free from suffering, free from death, you don't want anymore. You don't die again. You don't want to be. Then that means you have to stop reincarnating again. If you don't want to get old, if you don't want to become old, you don't want to experience old age. You don't want to look old. To look old, then you see, you don't go through this. You don't like go through this life experience. It's old age, the sicknesses, the relationship problems. The first of all, what if he is unable to find the object of desire? Whether it's a material possession or friend, companion, so unable to find. What if then after one is found, after one is met, then you see, then another problem started which you didn't have before. That when you didn't have that object, you didn't have that problem. So after meeting, after having found that object, or the material possession, or the friend, as a companion, then there's what if you are to lose, to separate, that's a worry fear to separate, to lose. Or there's material possession, there's the worry fear to, the other people, others taking away, or losing. There's so many. Taxation, and there's a worry fear to lose, other people stealing, and there's so many. After one has achieved wealth, there's so many problems which you didn't have before. So worry fears what to do with it, after you got it. So then it's also with a friend. The problem, new problems that which you didn't have before. So separation and doesn't like me and doesn't love me and all that. So anyway, there's so many new problems. So that all these problems, relationship problems. So at the beginnings, you see, so at the beginnings, one have one have a dream. One has all these dreams, fantasy. You see, that's going to be unbelievable. That's going to be unbelievable. All my problems will be stopped. See, if I can live with this person, meet him, then you see, no problem. Everything's, all the problems go. Everything there will be problem. So the problem gone. See, there will be only bliss. There will be only bliss. There will be only. So all this expectation, of this visualization, this visualization of this expression, projection of this expectation. So anyway, then after one has found, after one has met, then people live together. Then 1 day goes, 2 days goes, 1 week goes, 2 weeks goes. Then I say, then you see the fantasy. Then you see gradually the interest loses. One, as the day goes, as the week goes, then find more mistakes. Find more mistakes. The attitude is selfish, this and that, to find more mistakes. Then the mistakes of mind, of those things, the shortcomings of the body, as well. Then, as time goes. However, then start to sooner or later, then you see, the true selfish mind, true selfish mind. You see, of course, no way to get along. See, no way. True selfish mind. You see. So anyway, then as the day goes, then sooner or later start fight, quarrel, then say fight. Then after some time become say completely bored. Say. At the beginning, pray. At the beginning, you dream to meet this person. Dream to meet this person, to be with you. See, the unbelievable. So there's all this, worry fear, not meeting, and not able to together. Now, so now after all this, then gradually, to find more mistakes and then become more uninteresting. Then become object. You see, just the person being there in the house, unknowing. Unknowing, you see, just become problem. Now you think, oh, what great peace if I can be alone. What incredible peace. Now the dream is different. At the beginning, you see, so what if you are unable to see this person? You see, now here, you see, you hate to see the person. You wish, pray, wish the person not there. If you don't have to see the person, but big relief or big peace, liberation. You see. So anyway, this is a nature of samsara. So what I was saying, what I was saying. So we see, if you don't want, so if you don't want all these problems, then we should stop reincarnating. You see, reincarnating samsara. You see, samsara reincarnation. You see, reincarnating without freedom, into the control of karma and delusion. So we should stop this. If you don't want to suffer all this, then so we should stop this. Okay? So what did I say before this? What I was talking about? About what? Yes, that's right. I've forgotten now. The connection I've forgotten now. So I just finished this one. Okay. This wasn't a planned subject, but it always happens like that. So there's an obstacle. So anyway, just to give, which karma or method you must the first is look at the consciousness lifestyle. So this one is you see the very first the meaning lifestyle. So that is the one most important subject. What I was saying because by understanding this, so by having this, you see, this ultimate wisdom, this, knowing the ultimate nature of the I, the aggregates, you see. Then with this wisdom is the one that we can, this one, but you see, by developing this, then cut the root of you see, all these sufferings. You know what causes, what makes us to resent. You see, so from where this, you know, the reincarnating samsara, you see, being under the control of karma delusion. So, you see, from where this comes, from where the delusion comes, from where karma comes, from where this, you see, virtuous reincarnating, the rebirth, sudden rebirth comes. So, you see, so that's the ignorance. Ignorance, you see. Not knowing what is I, not knowing the ultimate nature of I, not knowing the ultimate nature of the aggregates, such as the ultimate nature of the mind, these things. So, from this ignorance, so the realization, this ultimate wisdom. So this is the one that sees this root ignorance. So that means this is the one which cuts all other delusions, anger, attachment, delusion, ignorance, then karma, all those sufferings, suffering, rebirth, all these things, and death. So oceans of sufferings of human beings, oceans of sufferings of then there's all the gods, suras, asuras, hell beings, hungers, animals, you know, cease completely. Then you have the ultimate happiness, the sorrowless state. So the impossible, that is impossible. Once you achieve this cessation, liberation, total liberation, the impossible to experience suffering again, because there's no cause. Impossible to experience suffering again because there's no cause. The delusion karma. Because there's no cause of delusion. The cause of delusion, you see, ignorance and attachment, you see, the 3 persons of mind rise from root, this ignorance, unknown mind, not knowing the meaning of selflessness. Ultimate nature of the I and the aggregates, you see. Once that ignorance ceased, including the cause, this is the imprint, the seed, that which is on the middle continent. Once that ceased, then impossible to rise. You see the root of samsara, the ignorance. Once the cause of ignorance, the seed, the imprint seed is removed by the remedy path. But the direct one, the actual one, is the wisdom realized emptiness. So by developing that, you directly perceive emptiness. So that is what directly seizes the seed of delusion, with natural imprint. So that is the nature of the mind, say, nature of the mind, ultimate nature of the mind, that's a mind that is free from all these sufferings and the developments, includes this root of delusion, the ignorance, the seed, removed completely. The imprint, which is imprint, you see, removed completely by the limit path. So then that ultimate nature of the mind, you see, so that's nirvana, sorrowless state. So it's that by developing this wisdom, realize emptiness, we achieve that. So not only that, then you see your own liberation with your own experience, the path. Then you are able to liberate others. You are able to guide others, able to give wisdom eye to others, liberate others from all the oceans of sufferings, human beings, all the problems of human beings, and as well as the devas, asuras, the hell and gross animals. So you are liberated. Numberless of other sentient beings. Numberless of other sentient beings. No? Others who are numberless, you are able to liberate each of them from all those oceans of sufferings by ceasing the cause of the suffering, karma attribution of them, then eradicating the ignorance which is within them, by causing them, you see, by showing them path, by revealing the truth, the wisdom directly perceives emptiness. So, see, by causing them to generate this, you see, by revealing the teachings on emptiness, the Buddha's teachings, professional wisdom, see, like that. So, as a Buddha himself explained, that the way I liberate a sentient being is not by, is not by watching the cause of the suffering, see, by water. Also, by taking the cause of the suffering with hand, like thorn when inside the flesh, as you take out with the hand, and not by transplantation. You see, the Buddha's realization transplant into sentience, I see, within us. Also not that way. In the transplant, Buddha's realization within the sentient being, and Buddha doesn't. that transplant somebody's heart, monkey's brain into maybe or the monk. I say, anyway, somebody's heart into see other person's body. See, not that way. So, but only by revealing the truth. So that is this, showing the ultimate nature of the showing the meaning of emptiness, the meaning of separateness. By teaching, by showing the true truth, conventional truth, and the ultimate truth and conventional truth. So it is said in the teachings, the mighty ones, Mr. Buddha, do not wash the nirvana, or cause of suffering. See, with water, then Buddha do not eliminate suffering of something with the hand. Not his own realization, transplanting his own realization in others. By revealing the ultimate nature, the sentence gets liberated. So that So I'll just finish this one. So here, the I, this aggregates, association body mind is not I, okay? This association body mind is not I, not self, not I, and even the body is not I, mind is not I, no, all the five forms, if you go more details, form, sound, smell, form, the feeling, cognition, compounding aggregates, consciousness, the end of them are not I, even the collections of the five is not I, not I itself. So, I exist nowhere on this. I exist nowhere on this aggregates, okay? So that's one thing. I exist nowhere on this aggregates. Nowhere you can find, nowhere on this aggregates you can find I. So just think that. So that does not mean that there is no I. Okay? So first make sure. And say five aggregates, any of them are not I. Even the collections of the five, not I. The I itself exists nowhere. Exists nowhere on this aggregates. Okay. First, make that clear. Now that doesn't mean, you see, that there's no I. I, you see, I who does the action, walking, sitting, eating, walking, sitting, sleeping, doing so, or the creating cause of happiness, you see, cause of happiness, cause of suffering. doesn't mean you see that I which experiences this, which does all this activity. That you see, it doesn't mean that this I doesn't exist. Doesn't mean that there's an I which does all these activities, or which experiences happiness, suffering. Okay, it doesn't mean that. There's I doing all these activities, experience happiness, suffering, all this. That which is immediately impacted by mind. Not saying there's I on this aggregate, not saying that. But there's I exists, which does experience happiness and suffering, which does all these activities, which is immediately impacted by mind. Now next, aggregates. The aggregates. Same, the aggregates, the general aggregates, see, the forms, feeling, cognition, compound aggregates, consciousness, all these, these are not aggregates. Even the collections of all these five is not the aggregates. That is the basis to be labeled aggregates. That is the base to be labeled aggregates. So aggregates is the label, and collections of five is the basis, is the base. Two different phenomena. It's not one phenomenon, it's two different phenomena. So therefore the general aggregates, that is not any of those, the five, not any of those, even the collections five. Neither of them, okay? Nor any of those, nor neither any of those, nor even the collections five. The general aggregates, okay? So general aggregates exist nowhere. Exist nowhere on this. That doesn't mean that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It exists. Aggregates can't find there, but aggregates. It doesn't mean aggregates doesn't exist. It exists. What is this? What is merely imputed by mind? But not there. Now, now the form, the body, the general body, collections of the five limbs, the four limbs and the head, all these parts, collections of these parts. Collections of these parts. The form of the body is neither any of the limbs, neither head nor arms or legs, any of the limbs, main part of the body. See, none of them. Nor it exists, nor the collections of all the parts, nor that. And this form, this body, exists nowhere on this. Can't find. Doesn't mean this form, this body doesn't exist. It exists what is immediately by mind, but not there. Now the head, I will analyze this part. Now the head, the parts of the head, parts of the head, brains, all the different parts, pieces. None of it is a head. Even the collections of the pieces, not head. Collections of the collections of the parts is the base to be labeled head. Head is labeled, that's the base. Two different phenomena. The head cannot, neither you can find on the parts of the head, on the pieces, collections of all the pieces you can find. So, other pieces, nor all the collections. Okay, but that doesn't mean that. There's no head. There is a head. What is it? What is the merely empty by mind? There is no there. But it is not there on that base. Now same. So same analysis goes down to the atom of the head. Goes down to the atom. Finer and finer and finer. Goes down to the atom. Exactly same everything. Cannot not on the pieces and collections of the pieces. What we call brain or this and that. So cannot find one there. So the same down to the atom is same. So according to Pasangika school, mathematical school, the Pasangika school, the atoms are particles. Atoms are particles. So atom is the label. The atom is the label, and particles, collections of particles are the base. So two different phenomena. So again, here cannot find that those particles, the collection is not atom. The base to be labeled atom. Now same, those particles also, the same reasoning goes. Particles of atom has also particles of atom, so that so like that everything nothing exists, so therefore nothing so everything is merely imitated by mind. Nothing from the head to the from the head down to the atoms, particular atom, nothing exists. Nothing exists from the outside.